Looks like someone forgot to pack their umbrella tonight. Oh, what's with that look? No need to be so defensive around me. Not tonight, at least. Relax, darling. I'm not here to take anything from the museum. I would have sent a calling card if I was. What am I doing here? Why? I thought you would have guessed by now why I'm here. I came by tonight to meet with a very important person. And wouldn't you know it? I see just the person I'm looking for, rushing by in the rain. I'm here to see you, darling. Yes, you. Admittedly, I've been watching you just for the past couple of days. There's something important I wanted to talk to you about. But with all these police around the museum lately, well, I haven't been able to get the chance until now. I'm sure you understand. But the kinds of things I want to discuss are naturally things I can't have other people listening on. No, it's no more flirting. It's about something else. Besides, you didn't seem too keen on the flirting when I was doing it. And I was only doing it so you'd be too flustered to catch me. Huh? What did I want to talk to you about? First, how about I give you something? Here, it's an umbrella. With the way you were running, it seems like you didn't have one with you. Did you forget to check the weather today? Well, isn't it a good thing I ran into you tonight? You're still on the defensive against me. I understand where you're coming from here, but I really won't try anything this time. Come on, let's walk and talk. To where? I guess nowhere in particular. After all, it isn't like I can't really go out anywhere dressed in these clothes. It would be much too easy for someone to tip off the police, don't you think? Afraid that you contact the police? No, not really. I get the feeling that I gained at least a little bit of your trust after that generous offering I left at your desk. Especially since I was kind enough to remove the curse from that tiara for you. You should be glad. It was a really powerful one. Yes, really. I know you don't have any reason to believe me, but if you happen to ever have the opportunity to take your artifacts to someone who specializes in curses, I would suggest you do so from now on. I don't know why, but this museum in particular has had several cursed artifacts come in already. Yes, there are people who specialize in that sort of thing. But you have to be careful in choosing who you go to. Many of them would have no idea on how to properly handle an artifact worthy of a museum. Maybe you're right. I'm not the best at handling them with the care they deserve myself. But can you really blame me for how reckless I can be? Actually, don't answer that. Judging by your face, I already know what you want to say. So now you know you're being reckless then. Well, am I right? Oh, are you trying to lie to me right now? The head curator, new best friend to the local detective, lying? Oh, what will become of such thing? Will they perhaps turn to a life of crime? No, darling, I don't think I'm going to cut it out. You're just way too fun to tease after all. Do you really think I give that up anytime soon? Honestly, I never get to have this much fun after a good heist. Then again, this is also the first time I've ever run into anyone who wasn't a security guard. You think I'm acting too casual? I suppose you wouldn't expect someone like me to be anything but a hardened criminal, huh? So, my darling curator, would you mind if I asked you a question? Hey, no need to be so on edge with me. I'm not going to hurt you or anything. I don't want to hurt anyone. Look, tell me all you want, but it's the truth. I know we got off on the wrong foot and all, but I think I'd like to start over. Well, I mean, not exactly start over, but, you know what? I know I'm not acting all mysterious, or any of that stuff that you might have been expecting of me. But you see, the thing is, I'm gonna have to ask something of you that I've never had to ask anyone before. And it's not exactly easy, you know. What did I want to ask? Well, I'd like to know if you happen to have any information regarding a certain artifact that's currently on display in a museum in Ottawa. I heard it's a pretty well-known painting that was recently discovered to be a lost work of a painter from the Italian Renaissance. The name escapes me, but it's a landscape of a vineyard with a tree in the foreground and a cat lounging on the branches. It's oil on canvas, I think. Oh, don't you worry. I need this information for a good reason, I assure you. How do I know you won't just tip off your new detective friend? I suppose I don't. And frankly, I wouldn't blame you if you did. Besides, I like having an audience. My last job was severely lacking an audience. Can't say I didn't enjoy the experience though, darling. Oh, you didn't enjoy it? Well, we can have that now, can we? I'll have to do a better job of entertaining you next time. But on to more pressing matters. Do you happen to know anything about this painting? Yes, I know you aren't going to know about every artifact in existence. Can you ever just be cooperative for once? No one involves crime. I told you already, I'm doing this for the greater good. Even if you don't necessarily believe me, it would help if you put at least a little bit of a trust in me. I know that's asking a lot, but time is of the essence here. What I mean is that if the curse on that painting doesn't get removed, I'm certain someone at the museum is going to die. I can explain everything yet. The less you know about why I'm doing what I do and who's behind the curses placed on ancient and rare artifacts, the better. I'm not going to get you any more involved in this than I have to. No, I'm really not joking. When I told you that night that I took the demon's eye tiara to remove the curse that was placed on it, I was telling the truth. Like I said earlier, I suggest from now on, you take certain artifacts to a person who specializes in curses, just so they can explain how risky being in contact with a curse can be. Me. No, I'm not someone who specializes in them. At least not personally. You could call it a hobby of mine, and I use this hobby to protect people. People like you. You're getting all flustered again, darling. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I do enjoy seeing you like this, if I'm being honest. You have a question for me? Go on then. What is it? Who am I? Under the mask or the outfit, you mean? You know very well I can't ever tell you that. Not if I want to keep the cops on my back. No, not even when I finished my job. How much longer? I really shouldn't be telling you even as much as I already told you. And you want more information. Your curiosity is very insatiable, isn't it? Just know that It probably won't be too much longer. They'll get out of your hair and the hair of the museum employees all around the world. Hmm? You want to know why I started doing this in the first place? Well, all I can say is that I have a very important client who hired me to do all this for them. And that the stakes are pretty high. Is that enough for you? Actually, don't answer that. It's going to have to be enough for now. No, you don't know me personally. I mean, there's billion of people in the world, so it would be a super improbable coincidence for you and I to know each other personally. Anyway, the painting. I just figured I'd ask because it was pretty big news when it was discovered. Sun rays. What an odd title for a painting like that. Even stranger that such a peaceful painting would have such a powerful curse attached to it. You know anything else that might be useful? Nothing besides what I already know, huh? That's fine. Thanks for the info. And thanks for not immediately calling the cops on me. You don't act like it, but I think you trust me more than you're letting on. At least a little bit. Anyway, it's about time I take my leave. The umbrella? Keep it. You might need it sometime. Well, until we meet again. I'll see you next time, darling.